And we are live.
You do the dance.
What, I've got to do the dance now.
You gotta do the dance.
I don't have to do the dance for the drinking or the hangover show.
Well, that's
hangover show.
You're not standing for those.
But I'm standing. How does the dance go? How do I do it?
No.
What is this?
You gotta do it with the thing.
With what thing?
The thing. The We Are Live thing.
And we are live.
There you go.
Is this?
We gotta put your knees in.
And we are live, yeah. Oh, yeah. I spent way too long figuring out how to do that in college.
Why did you have to do that in college?
I was in theater. We were weird people. As you do. Good day to you, good gents all. I am David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
I am Twig.
And we are drunk and disorderly.
Although I'm a little thirsty.
You are a little thirsty? Because that's good, because I am thirsty too. And it is getting hot in here.
It is getting very hot
because this is already going. Because that's boiling. You'll find out what that is in a minute. But it's boiling and it needs to boil. And now that I'm thinking about it, this needs to be started preheating right now. What was it? That much, really. Very well. Step one to what we're making. And you don't even know what we're making yet. But it's preheat your oven to 475 degrees.
I'm making water.
In be true.
Well, not like that though. Like.
No, that's. I mean, we've all made water like that from time to time, as you do. I think everyone has. I see that Ron has arrived. Yes, we are live and swinging. Demonic hymns. I like that handle. Demonic hymns. And yes, mystery custom emojis. Why is something about custom emojis? Why are you doing this? It's all right. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think the mouse might be connected to this in the other room and the cat's playing with it. It's all right. We'll figure that out later. We'll figure it out later. The point is that you're making water. I'm chopping potatoes. And you are watching both of us do these things. And we're going to call it entertaining. Before we actually get started, so first of all, we are doing yet another recipe from the cookbook that we have been doing for this is our 29th episode, so we've been using this cookbook for what now? 6 episodes?
Something
I think
like that.
that sounds about right.
About 6.
Sounds about more or less right. Good evening, Clifton. And demonic hymns is Orphine. Good to know. So yeah, we are again going from an unexpected cookbook. A book of Hobbit cookery, and I think we are going to be using this cookbook again, possibly next week, and maybe the week after, because at some point very, very soon, within the next few days, we are going to put out a poll for those of you who are patrons. What's our next cookbook gonna be? It's time for a new cookbook.
Yay!
Because we are addicted at this point.
Yes.
It's great. I always wanted to be addicted to something other than...
We started out with 0 cookbooks, and now we have like 7 of them. One of which I don't think we've even premiered on the show.
No, we haven't. In fact, we barely cracked it open because I feel like it cooked the other way first. Here. All right.
Fine.
So when you cut your potatoes, first you cut them going lengthwise one way, but then you've got to cut them lengthwise the other way.
You have okay.
What?
No, that's more efficient.
And then you cut them like that.
Wow.
And then you get it all cubed up.
Oh my gosh, potatoes. This is going to be a very potato-heavy episode.
This is going to be a very potato-heavy episode, but I'm looking forward to it. So, what are we doing?
We're doing Sunday roast chicken.
We are doing Sunday roast chicken, right. So we are doing a Hobbit supper. Hobbit dinner, actually. Is it dinner or supper?
It is.
I get them confused all the time.
It's dinner.
What is it in the cookbook? It's dinner. You're right, it is. You are correct. It is, in the cookbook, it is dinner. We are making dinner. Although one of the sides that we are making is going to be from supper, not that it really makes that much of a difference because it tastes good anyway.
Yeah.
Before we go very much further, here's one other thing we have to do. You know what that is, don't you?
Is it fornicate? No, it's the beer, isn't it?
It's the beer. I mean, we can, but that would be a very different sort of show, and I don't know if we have a license for that.
That's for the OnlyFans. I don't think we can do that on YouTube.
No. We do that on YouTube, we get banned in an instant. All right, where is the popper topper dealie?
I think
it's on my desk, isn't it? It's on my desk.
Do you want me to go get it?
If you could run over there and get it very quickly.
First, I'm
You go ahead and wipe your hands, wipe your potato juice all over my shirt. That is in fact how I like it. Good, gents all. A quick reminder to you that this Friday night, which is to say tomorrow night, we are going to be doing Shenanigans at Shakespeare. Shakespeare is going to be doing a weekly concert dealie, and we are his first concert people who are doing a concert thing. That is Friday night. There's a link in the down there. Tickets are $5 unless you are a patron. If you are a patron, then you get in for free. And as far as how you get in for free, I'm going to make a post on the Patreon tomorrow morning. First thing tomorrow morning, possibly late tonight, maybe around midnight. We're going to say that it'll be around midnight, and therefore it might be late tonight, or it might be very early tomorrow morning if you want to get very technical. So, if you're a patron, then keep an eye out for that. At some point late tonight, early tomorrow morning, link to show you where to go to the concert this Friday night, which you can come to for free because you're a patron. If you're not a patron,
you would pay $5.
Pay $5.
Which isn't very much, and it goes a long way for us.
It does. It all goes a long way.
HR is being especially cute right now.
Is he now?
Yes, he is.
What is Panther from HR doing that is making him so particularly cute?
Well, he's lying with his belly up.
Is he?
And he's making a really cute face.
So basically what he does that is incredibly cute, but that is what he does pretty much every day.
Are you not appreciating it?
I appreciate it. I'm just
Wow,
I don't know.
I can't believe that you are this unappreciative of Panther from HR.
I am appreciative of Panther from HR, like you wouldn't believe. You know, maybe it would be different if I actually saw it.
Maybe.
If I actually saw it in person, then I might be a bit more inclined to go, oh.
I guess you had to be there.
I suppose I do. Or it would have. Have to would be grammar. Not my strong point. So, we have a beer, right? Which is good. By the time we got to the beer, I actually got done chopping everything.
Hooray, everything is now chopped.
Everything is chopped. There's so much stuff to chop. There was so much stuff to chop, and we did not get it all chopped before the show started. But here we are, 7.5 minutes in, and we are done with the chopping and ready to drink the beer and actually tell them what we're cooking. We already told them, but we're actually going to get, to it.
Well, here's what we're drinking. We're drinking a Fallon cherry chocolate beer because we're 5-year-olds and we like flavored beer.
Yes. Let's give this a try.
I think it's a stout. It just kind of says
it just says beer. It doesn't say whether it's a stout or
it's a beer.
Presumably it is. Like chocolate or flavored things tend to be, stout or sometimes porter or generally dark. You tend not to have chocolate ale.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
It really doesn't say.
Really doeses't say. It's got the government warning that tells you it's technically poison. It's got the thing that tells you where you can get 5 cents for this bottle. 5.7% alcohol by volume.
It's just beer.
Malt beverage with natural and artificial flavors added. It's 12 ounces. Anyway.
It's not bad.
It's all right.
Got a nice aftertaste.
Not bad for February. Because Valentine's Day.
Oh, maybe that's why.
So it kind of has that might be why they have it. Because you get that chocolate cordial thing. You know those little chocolate cordials with the little cherry in the middle? You know what I'm talking about. You sit there and eat the whole thing, and then your mom would yell at you for eating the whole thing. I was going to have some of those later.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a me problem. It is very much a me problem. And as is our tradition, by the way, I have already missed a good deal of the
Valentine's Day tradition is
comments.
fighting over the caramel candy in the boxes of candy.
I see that Luscious has arrived.
For me, there's like no other aspect of Valentine's Day.
Capital Brewery's Winter Skull, a Vienna lager. Apparently, we're going to have to try that out at some point.
Indeed.
I will see if I can remember that. And Hobbit Dinner does sound great. I think we're ready to get started. So, first thing we're going to be making 3 things today. We're going to be making chicken, Sunday roast chicken.
Sunday roast chicken, even though it's Thursday.
Even though it's Thursday, whatever. We're going to be making asparagus, and we're going to be making mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The roasted asparagus and the Sunday roast chicken are from the Hobbit cookbook, and the mashed potatoes are just my mashed potatoes.
How the mother used to do it.
How my mommy used to do it.
As you do.
Which
All right.
one is mine? Is this one mine or is this one mine?
This was mine.
That one's yours, okay.
No. This was mine.
Don't play this game.
Don't
do it. I will beat yo ass.
So for starters, first thing you're going to do to prepare for your Sunday roast chicken is the first thing we do, which is preheat the oven to 475 degrees.
Indeed.
And then we're going to prepare our rub. Are you ready for the rub?
I'm ready for the rub.
Do you know what's in the rub?
What's in the rub? What's in the rub?
I like that you're getting into this. All right. First thing you're going to need is the herb chopper. So here's the herb chopper.
All right.
Here I go.
Lush. There's a lot of things in this episode that are courtesy of Lush.
Yes, courtesy of Lush. Now, we are going to get our herbs. And when it comes to the herbs, the cookbook has been very vague and just told us, it gave us some suggestions, but then told us do whatever you want. So we need to just kind of use whatever herbs you want. What do we got there? What is that?
Savory.
That's savory? Let's put savory in there. Let's put it all in there.
Here,
put all
your nose in it.
Oh yeah, that's savory. Put all the savory in there. And what do we got here? We got parsley. So let's put the parsley in there.
Do you think we should take it off of the little vine things or use the vine things?
Do the vine things feel soft or do they feel hard?
They feel reasonably soft-ish. What do you feel? Feel.
Put it in there.
Okay. That might be not the proper way to do it, but
Don't care.
I guess who cares? Not us, apparently.
Not us, not at all.
Oh,
Parsley.
Oh, okay, parsley too.
Parsley. Start chopping.
Okay, all right.
What else we got? Oh, let's see. We got. We're gonna want to take some stems off of this one. This is the marjoram. This is marjoram. So we're gonna take the marjoram. We're gonna take the marjoram leaves off of the stems because those stems are a little bit on the hard side. Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Ooh.
Is that boiling?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Bring it down just a hair.
I think I took it off.
No, not quite off. Not quite off. That is the mystery pot for later.
Mystery pot. We've got
And the fact
herbs
that
and
it's-
pot.
The fact that is boiling is a good sign. That is good. It's good that it's boiling. But I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Let's worry about putting the marjoram leaves. Marjoram. Marjoram.
Marjoram.
Marjoram.
I think you're spam.
It's an herb, not spam. Can I put it in spam? I don't know if that's a thing. Do you put marjoram in spam?
I suppose you can.
I've never eaten spam. Being of the Hebrew tribe as I am.
But I don't know why
you have tried spam?
I think if it's the same thing as hash, which I think it might be.
Is it the same as hash?
I don't know.
I am not familiar with that.
Presumably it's like a meaty thing with potatoes. I think. I don't know. I'm not certain. Also, it should be noted that all of these, I think, except I'm not sure about parsley, are period.
Parsley is period.
Oh, okay, cool.
Parsley is
it never
totally
came
period.
up in the medieval cookbook, so I wasn't actually sure.
Oh, it is definitely period, though. It comes up a couple times in the Viking cookbook.
It does come up in the Viking cookbook, you're right.
Because parsley, the reason it doesn't appear in the medieval cookbook, for those of you who haven't seen our earlier episodes, go become a patron. You can see our earlier episodes.
Where we use the medieval cookbook and the Viking cookbook.
So spam apparently is by definition a canned hand product.
And only good grilled.
So yeah, in the past we used the medieval cookbook, which is based off of recipes that were, for the most part, meant for noble houses. We also did a book called Eat Like a Viking, which is focusing on Norse cooking, mostly for more peasant dishes. And there's definitely a difference of herbs and spices that a peasant would use as opposed to what would be used in a noble's household. So parsley, definitely a peasant spice.
Indeed.
Flavoring right there. So we got parsley, we got savory, we got marjoram.
Yeah.
I feel like there was one other thing under here.
Rosemary.
There is. There's thyme.
And rosemary.
Oh, the rosemary's for not for the rub.
Oh, it's not for the rub.
The rosemary's to put up its butt.
Oh,
But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, alright. So we've got thyme.
We do have thyme. And actually, let's just put it all in there. Just put it all in there.
Right.
Those stems are I think soft enough that I don't mind biting into them.
You're not spam.
No, it's not.
Because you're not a ham.
Now I'm going to go ahead and start mincing
It
the
comes
garlic.
in a can.
It does. We got garlic. That's about 10 cloves of garlic, more or less. Apparently, according to Rick James,
Are we starting a discussion about spam?
Yes, we are starting a discussion about spam. Spam is ham that's cooked in the can.
The ramifications of spam.
Pestboard ham only.
I'm sure Monty Python would be very proud of us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. That is a lot of herbage, but I am very...
Lots of herbage. Well, it's going down like an entire...
Chop it up a bit more. I do not know why I refer to Monty Python in a singular sense.
The Almighty God.
The Almighty Python. We shall all praise the Almighty Python. All right, we're going to go ahead and mince our garlic. And because I feel like doing it the easy way, I'm going to use the mincer chopper dealie that we purchased using the money that was donated very generously by our patrons on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron on Patreon, you may do so by going to patreon.com/thefoxybard. Link in the down there, where you can... There you are.
All right, I'm going to take
Where you can donate money to our cause.
I'm going to take these off the thing.
You can take these... Do you think they're done boiling at this point?
I mean, I guess we can leave them on a little.
Well, you're going to want to check them first, right?
All right.
Stick a stick in them.
Well, you're making me nervous.
I'm sorry if I'm making you nervous, but I'm pretty sure you have to check them first to make sure that they're soft enough.
Fine, I'll poke it once you're done.
I'll poke them.
Well,
I'll give you something to poke them with.
Fine.
Here's a chopstick. Do you want to poke them with a chopstick?
Yes.
Here's a chopstick.
Okay.
Poke them with a chopstick while I use this machine to mince the garlic.
Oh, you're right. Actually,
Almost, but they do need more time, right?
they do need more time.
Yeah. Don't you poke with the stick.
Always poke with
Always
stick.
poke with stick.
Always poke with stick.
We're going to set that aside. And that was our old toy, which we purchased from the patron money. We've got a new toy today, but we'll get into that later. So we've got our candy. No. Garlic.
We got our candy.
I can travel.
Which is garlic.
You know what I need really? A bowl. I need a bowl.
Well, get one.
I'm going to get a bowl.
Get a bowl.
I'm going to get a bowl.
Get a bowl.
Here's a bowl. Small bowl. Now into the bowl. And put our herbs in the bowl. Herbs. Are you all right?
You sound very strange.
Do I sound more strange than usual, really?
No,
I'll put that in the sink real quick.
I guess you sound...
Here, put that in the sink.
Think you're great with the word.
Get some more garlic in there later. But in the meantime, just put my finger in there. There we go. So we got about 10 cloves of garlic. And, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of herbs. Right? Sorry, 5 tablespoons. That looks about like 5 tablespoons. Yeah, sure. We'll call it 5 tablespoons. We can always put more herbs in later. Do you want to put in more parsley?
Nah.
How's that parsley plant looking in there?
It's well pruned.
It's well
But
pruned?
more than that, I feel like more parsley would overwhelm it. Because a lot of parsley can overwhelm stuff.
Fair enough. Alright, but yeah, so I think that would be enough herbs.
Yeah.
That's enough herbs.
We can add more margarines.
We can add more margarine. You want to add more margarine?
We can just use up the rest of that thing.
Do you want to use the rest of the margarine? Pull out the chopper again. You gotta put the rest of the margarine in there. Where's the rest of the margarine?
It's in the thing. No,
It's
it's
in
over
this-
there.
it's
It's
in
over there.
this-
It's over there. It's over there. It's over there. It's in there. It's in... No, it's in there. Yeah.
Give me warmer.
You're warm. Warm.
Oh, I see it.
Very good.
Here, chop that up.
Okay.
Toss that out. Just put in more herbs. It never hurts to put in more herbs. I get to chop this time.
Oh, okay.
I like using this thingy.
Okay.
It's a fun thingy. It goes ringy back and forth. Like a little. Alright, there's another thing that needs to be put in there. We've got our herbs. I'm going to put the rest of the herbs in a minute. But before we put the rest of the herbs in, we must also put in other thing, which is butter. I believe so. I'm going to double check. Yes, butter and salt. So reach underneath me. On the upper shelf, there should be a thing of salt. And that should be...
Coarse salt.
It is coarse salt. 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons. That looks like 2 teaspoons. Show them that it looks like 2 teaspoons and I'm not out of my mind.
There you go. Judge accordingly.
2 teaspoons of coarse
That goes
salt.
in here.
What? Yes, put that in there. So we got salt, we got garlic, we got marjoram, savory, parsley, and thyme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put the rest of that marjoram in there.
And
Very good.
we need
And butter.
we need butter.
Butter. There should be a thing of butter in there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Alright, so
That is a half cup of butter, which is to say a whole stick.
Do I just dump it?
Just dump it in.
Okay.
It's been sitting there. It's been sitting around for a while. It should be nice
I
and.
have to touch its butteriness.
Well, all right. Here, if you don't want to touch its butteriness, that's all right because I'm going to be mixing this with a spoon, and I need to pull out that spoon. So, or you can just try doing that.
It's not working.
Move over. I'm going to get the spoon that's in front of you. Here we go. Because we got new spoons. They're in a thing. Give me the knife.
Ah, whoa. Okay. Oh, I don't like it when you wield that knife. Okay.
It's all right. I am fully aware of where I am at all times. I only act like I'm out of my mind. Yeah, I know. It doesn't. It's not nearly as credible when you do that thing. Oh, very well. All right. So yeah, get the butter in there. Butter in there.
There.
And let's mix this thing up.
Wait, was there another thing that we needed to put it in there? Was there another thing we needed to put in there?
I don't know. I don't think so. Herbs, salt.
Did we need to put these in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Those are for later.
Oh.
Get into that. All right. Actually, yeah, that's gonna. You're doing. You mix that.
Okay.
Because now I'm gonna go molest the bird.
Yeah.
What?
Well, when you put it like that, it just.
It's all right.
So sexy.
We're gonna be doing horrible things to this bird.
Oh, I got it.
Just you wait. Do you want to use a fork?
I need another tool.
Another tool? Well, here.
You
There's
put your finger in
other tools in here. Do you want that tool?
I'll use this.
You want that tool?
Yeah, I'll use this tool.
Use that tool.
Put
That
this,
works.
This thingy in my tool.
Put the thingy in the tool. All right. I'm gonna move the apples over here because we are gonna do horrible things to this poor bird. Let's pour out the poor bird, which has been sitting here in the sink. Let's just dripping the water out of there. Very good.
Very soggy
Very good.
bird.
It is a very soggy bird. In fact, it is so soggy. It is such a soggy bird that I am actually going.
Are you gonna put a paper towel on it?
Huh?
Do you want a paper towel?
I am going to blot it off, yes.
To blot the
I'm going
bird.
to blot it a bit.
Oh boy.
You know what? This side is just a little bit hard. Do you feel how hard that is?
I don't want to.
Why don't you want to feel how hard my bird is?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Here, let me just put it back in the water for a minute because good gentle, I have a confession to make. Thank you very much. And that confession is that I left this bird on the top shelf of the refrigerator, and my refrigerator. Well, that means
that it got slightly frozen.
that it got slightly frozen.
Not all the way.
And I
frozen.
pulled this thing out of the refrigerator, not the freezer. Just a few. At this point, about an hour ago, not expecting that the top half of it would be bloody frozen.
I was expecting it, but
Then why did you not warn me?
I forgot.
I forgot.
I kept forgetting to warn you.
You kept forgetting to warn me.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's all right. It's all right. I will just use the warm water to massage the meat and make it just a little bit softer instead of being so hard. It's still going to work. I promise. It is not entirely frozen all the way through. There's just a little bit of... There we go. It's opening up. You see, you just got to stick your finger in there and then just... There, very good. Yeah, now it's you just got to play with sides a little bit. There, good. Open up. Look at how much it opens up. It's become a mouth. Oh, no.
That's disgusting.
No.
Stop.
What?
Oh my God, you're so gross.
If you enjoyed this, feel free to click like and subscribe for more
I'm
content.
sure you all enjoyed that.
I know I did.
Ew, it has a neck still. Ah!
The neck it's all right. We can cut that off if we want to, but it's really tasty and I kind of want to leave it.
Okay, well you can eat it.
I shall eat the neck. I shall eat the neck.
Oh, that's so
I'm just going to
cute.
grab this for a minute.
Ah!
All right.
What?
Okay, all right.
What?
I'm going to need your help. So take the butter. The garlic. The garlic, the things that the garlic was in. The machine. Yes, that. Where's the blades? Put the blades back in there.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
Put that on top of there.
Okay.
And just put that whole contraption to the side. We're going to need it again.
Okay.
So let's mince more garlic in just a moment.
All right.
Here, I'm going to put the beer up here behind you.
Okay. Here.
I'm going to put my water over here behind me. Yeah, back. That's fine. That goes right there. Good. All right. Now pick up the thing with the butter. Keep mixing that.
I mixed it thoroughly.
Do you want to mix it more thoroughly?
Oh, you're such an ass.
It's all right.
Why is this not thorough enough? I don't
Because I can see big chunks of butter in there.
No. Well, obviously it's butter.
Well, the butter should be thoroughly mixed, you see. So that way it's... Oh, absolutely, Lush. Absolutely. This is what my father always did. This is what my father did.
No.
When he'd make chicken. We're not sing bird! We're not sing bird!
Sacrilege. Sacrilege. I hope those apples are growing in here. Otherwise, you've got an awful lot of chicken juice on them.
That's all right. There's going to be more chicken juice on them soon enough. All right.
Is that thoroughly mixing for you?
Keep mixing it.
It looks like cream spinach.
Well, make him look more creamy and more spinachy.
I don't understand.
So this is the container that I'm going to be cooking the chicken
get any
in.
more cream spinachy? It's at peak mixedness.
Do you want me to stick my hand in the bird more and I'll show you how creamy spinach can get?
Ew, you're so disgusting.
Oh,
You are a disgusting human being.
All right,
cool.
Here's
It's
my
mixed
container.
in. Okay.
Here's my pot. That's my container.
It's the pot.
That's what we're going to be putting the chicken in. So, you're going to take your potatoes. How many potatoes? We use how many? What? 4 or 5?
A lot.
We use like 5?
About 5, maybe
About 5
6.
potatoes. Use your heart. Take those potatoes and you chop them up and you put them down there and you got yourself a nice little bed of potatoes. There's more potatoes. Very good. So I'll chop it up into potatoes. And now,
Do we need these?
carrots.
Okay, here's one.
We use, how many carrots do we use?
I think we ended up using
6.
like 4.
Oh no, 6.
No, we used 6. You're right.
6. Yes,
I don't
6
know
carrots.
I don't know what
Use your heart. Put the carrots in there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
You know what I'm realizing?
What are you doing?
My heart was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think we have any room for the chicken.
There's no room for the chicken in that pot. So
Welp.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Welp.
I'll tell you what we're going to
I'm
do.
going to say welp.
Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to mix up the carrots and the potatoes. We're going to mix them up well.
Okay.
And then we're going to take some of these carrots and potatoes. And we're going to put them off to the side in another bowl. And we will come up with something to do with them later.
Okay.
Because I'm realizing that my heart was wrong.
Your heart was a little bit too ambitious.
My heart was very ambitious.
Your heart thought that we had more pan space.
I thought, yeah, it did. It did. I could use a bigger pan.
You could use a bigger pan. We do have a bigger
We
pan.
have a bigger pan.
We do have a bigger
We
one.
do have a bigger pan. I just like this pan because of the shape.
It has a good shape.
And it shapes the chicken so well.
It's chicken shaped.
It
But
shapes-
that's
it
a
is
bigger
chicken
pan
shaped.
if you actually want to use, like,
I could just kind of sit it on top.
I feel like that's maybe not a great idea.
That is not a great idea. No, it's not.
Wow.
Oop, there we go. Carrot floor. Floor carrot. Past the floor
I'll
carrot.
flare it.
A flirt. All right.
All right, let me poke these.
So you want to use the bigger pan then? Let's use the bigger pan.
Okay.
We'll use the bigger pan.
Yeah. Oh, those are definitely done. Okay. You want to get your boiling potatoes nice and soft.
It's all right. I got it. I got it.
Well,
I was not expecting to use this pan, so I didn't have it ready. Here we go. All right, take it out of the pan and put this into the pan. The pan that is in that pan.
okay. All right.
Fish, just flip it.
Okay.
Just flip it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're
I
good.
think there's still too many, but okay.
Think there's still too many?
I think yes.
You are correct. So you know what? We're going to go with my first plan, which is
Yep.
use half as much. And we're going to use it in that pan because
Great.
it is a well-shaped pan.
Okay.
We will find another purpose for these other...
I mean, they're potatoes and carrots. They're like the ultimate side.
Indeed.
All right, that's good. That's good.
I said put a little bit more in there. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, that's good. Are you sure you have room for the chicken?
Yes, because you put some of them up to the side, so that way it's surrounded.
Oh, I see.
You're making a little nest for the bird. You see,
Okay.
think of it that
All
way.
right.
It's a nest.
Let's get a little carrot in there.
Let's build up the walls a little bit more.
Yeah. It's
Build
like
up-
making a sand
it's like-
castle.
Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. We're making a little nest, a little
Some
bird's nest,
reinforced potate.
reinforced potate for the walls of our structure here.
Cool.
Because if you're using masonry terms to describe your food, then you know you're on the right track. All right, let's put that on top of the stove there, just to have it somewhere. And this, we're gonna put. Let's put these in the bowl. Pass me the bowl. Bowl.
Oh, this one?
Empty bowl. Yes,
Okay,
empty
here
bowl.
we go.
Let's just fill this up with the bowl. Yeah, care floor it.
Your floors.
Actually, it's not on the floor yet. There we go. It fell on the table, which makes it a tabit. Table carrot, which is a tabit. Therefore, doesn't need to be washed. Very good. All right, you go in here. You go somewhere.
We'll just put it over here.
No, here. I'll put it downstairs.
Yeah, okay, put it downstairs.
Putting it downstairs. All right, very good. And I think we're on to the chicken itself.
Okay. Now
And the horrible things we're going to do to the chicken.
Concoction?
So, in a moment.
Oh,
In a moment. Before we go to the butter concoction, the first thing that we're going to need to do is utterly violate this carrot. So first,
Carrot?
chicken. Pass me the garlic chopper dealy thing that we had before.
Let's utterly violate this carrot. It's a really good phrase. And I like it, and I hope that we get to use it again sometime in the future.
All right. All right, I want you to hook this thing up to the immersion blender.
Alrighty.
And go choppity, choppity, chop, chop.
Okay.
Well, I get the lemons. And the cloves. And the rosemary. I believe that's it. Yes. Now, this is what you're going to do. The recipe says to take a whole clove of garlic and cut it in half and then smear it on the inside of the chicken. I have not figured out a way to do that without getting all those little leafy things. You know, those leafy things, the little crusty leafy things that are nasty. And I don't want those in my chicken. Do you?
No.
No. And I haven't figured out a way to get the whole head of garlic to stay in one piece and also remove all of the leafy things. It's like, as far as I can tell, it can't be done.
Okay.
All right. So instead, the recipe also suggested that you could also get the same effect by using a half of a lemon. So I'm going to mix the two together. Pull up that lemon thing, because we have lemons, and these lemons are from our other recipe.
Oh, okay. Let's
the asparagus.
Shove it into that.
Shove it into there.
Lemon.
And shove the cloves into there as well.
Okay.
I'm going to shove the cloves and the garlic into this lemon. This lemon is from the asparagus episode. Asparagus first. Not yet, because we got another lemon.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Life gives you lemons, you stuff them with garlic and cloves.
And then shove them up chicken's butt.
Show those lemons who's boss.
All right, put the cloves in there. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to violate this little thing.
Put a clove in there, and then we put another clove in here, and then we put another clove in here, and then we allocate the cloves. We allocate them like this.
Yes, indeed.
And then we put another in here.
Indeed.
And then we put another in here. And now we're out of cloves.
Very good. And now we're going to take these things, I'm going to shove them into this chicken, shove it into this bird, and kind of rub it all in there.
Ew. I don't feel good.
Rub it all
Ew.
on the inside of the bird.
Ew.
Getting it all in there. All in there.
Stop.
And you know what? Aaron, grab that thing of the garlic. Reach over me. Leave it in there. And then take the other one.
Oh, you have a lot of garlic in here.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I want you to reach in with your finger and pull that garlic out of there.
Ew. Okay. I don't want to put my finger in the chicken.
You don't necessarily have to, but get all the garlic out of there.
Okay. Use some garlic.
Very good. Get it all out of there.
It's too much to fit in my hand.
All right, just put it in there.
Hold on. Don't get it. Because you don't have all of it.
Not quite.
You want to use all parts of the garlic.
Yes, indeed.
Except for the crunchy part, I guess.
Yeah, except for the crunchy. We don't want to use the crunchy part. So we actually don't want to use all parts of the garlic.
Yes. So disregard what I just said. There you go.
Indeed, all the cloves of a head of garlic. But that being said, didn't want to go completely overboard. So we only used like about 20 cloves. Which is about a whole head, more or less, depending on the size of a head. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, got all your garlic in there. Now, this is not part of the recipe. The next thing I'm going to do is not part of the recipe. But this is what my father used to do.
Oh, no. Are you going to make it dance again?
No, already did that. No point in doing that more than once. Unless you've got a 5-year-old in the room.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm 5.
Well, now we take the apples. This is the way my father always did it. There's a lot of empty space in that bird. You want to fill that bird up with the apples.
Why?
Why? Because apples are full of moisture.
Oh.
And it will.
So do you eat these later, or?
You can. You don't have to, but you totally can. Stuff as many up there as you can. Get them all in there. Just stuff them in. If they smush, that's fine. That is fine if they smush a bit. In fact, it's good. Get more in there. Just shove
It'd be a very apple-y chicken.
Shove it in there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is
Shove
a
it.
very stuffed chicken.
Stuff that chicken
This is very stuffed.
with as many apples as you can. Just stick them in there. Just get more of them in there.
This makes me feel strange.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
Get-
about this.
get in
The
there.
last two, and then you can stop stuffing.
I almost forgot the rosemary. Here, let's pull some of these apples out to make room for the rosemary, because I want the rosemary
God.
deep in there.
Oh, gosh.
Now, before we put the rosemary in there, we got to bruise it. Now, we can do that with a mortar and
Bruise it?
pestle.
Ooh, okay.
We can do that with mortar and pestle.
Or
I can just put it in my hands. Just put it in my hands.
okay.
Here, let me just and then we just shove them in there. Shove in those.
And
And then get the rest of the apples. And get the apples in there. Just a few more rosemary leaves. Just get the rosemary in there with the apples and the lemons and the garlic and the cloves.
All right, I think that you've stuffed it as much as it can possibly stuff.
I have. But now we've got this thing. Because luckily, in the process of sodomizing this bird,
Oh God.
let's bring this back so they can see the bird a little bit better. Very good.
There.
Very good.
Very good.
All right.
All right, let's get some
So,
some butter on.
Luckily, in the process of myrtleizing this bird, the skin has totally separated from the meat,
All right.
which is perfect.
It's a perf.
It's totally totes perf.
Take that.
I'm going to
Take
take
some
that,
butter.
take the butter, and the side note, the butter that we are using is in fact fake butter. For
It's
those
fake
who
butter. It's his
are
margarine.
curious, it is vegetable oil
Because
because-
obviously chicken is meat.
because
and they don't make entire veggie
because my
chickens.
ancient Hebrew ancestors decided that it was totally fine to sodomize a dead bird, just as long as you don't do it with milk.
Yeah, I guess
All right.
that's sound logic, maybe.
Let's pass me some more of the stuff because I only put it in one breast. We're going to give it a second breast implant. There we go. Gonna stick it in there.
Yes.
You could also theoretically.
Oh my goodness, Galen's here. Hello.
Hello, Galen. Good to see you.
He's giving us typical Galen advice.
It is important to lube first.
Then
I did sort of fist with the lube, but at any rate, get that in there. Pass me a little bit more. I want
Alright.
to stuff it in there as much as I
Yeah.
can. Now, theoretically, by the way, if you wanted to be extra lewd, you could take the lemons. Remember the lemons?
Yeah.
You could slip them in the skin right there and get them up in here, and now the thing has boobs.
Or we could not.
But I'm not going to do that.
I think that you.
But I did just want to throw that idea in your head.
This episode as sexually charged as you possibly could have. So.
There's no way around it. I'm sorry. We are committing heinous acts of necrophilia.
All right, take some more butter.
I'm gonna get some.
More
I've
butter.
got some more butter.
All right, this is the last of the butter. Actually, maybe not. I don't know.
All right.
Let's use the spoon that's actually a spoon, but not just a giant wooden spork. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
More butter.
The rest of the butter I think should go on the outside. I'm pretty sure I stuffed as much butter into it.
I think
Actually,
so, yeah.
no, I can stuff some more up this other side.
Okay.
I forgot this thing has another hole in it.
Yeah. How many holes? How many holes does it have?
Oh, a lot. Oh, we got some chunks are falling out of the bottom there. That's all right. We can stuff it all in. It'll be great. All right. Bring the pot over here, actually.
The pot.
The pot.
Okay, we've got more butter.
You got more butter?
You've got more. You got a little bit more butter.
Here, I'm going to take some of that apple and shove it
I
up the
worked
other
really
hole.
hard on this
Very
butter.
good.
So
You
you're
did
gonna,
work hard on that butter.
You're gonna use the goddamn butter.
Which is why I wanted to go in the pot and not all over the cutting board, you see.
All right, fine.
All right, so bring the pot over here. Actually, move those things out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. And into the pot it goes. Nestle it in there. Nestle it good.
Nestle it good.
Stick those in there. And very good. Let's get the rest of that butter off of the cutting board and onto the chicken.
Here, use this butter. Use the butter.
Using the butter.
Use the butter. Use the butter. Yeah. 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 Use that butter. And that's all the butter.
I think that's good. That's nice and slathered. Now, one more thing, because this is a rather tight fit as far as the size of our pot versus size of chicken goes, what we are going to need to do is tie this up.
Oh, do you have
Cooking twine?
We have cooking twine.
We forgot to get cooking twine.
We did.
But you know what we did remember to get like a long time ago and then forgot we got them?
What?
Open that drawer.
We
got little satchels for like making tea and whatnot.
Spice bags?
Spice bags, yeah. Food safe. And you will notice that each little satchel is held together with a twine.
So you're gonna...
We're going to have to sacrifice, but it's all right. We'll get more twine later, and then we'll resatchel them. Are you all right with that?
Okay.
All right, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and practice a little bit of chicken bondage right here.
Well, yeah, because, sodomizing it wasn't enough.
No, totally not enough. Not enough. You got to tie it there. And the best part is it no longer has a circulatory system, so you don't have to ask it whether it can feel its fingers or not. In particular, it doesn't even have it.
I know.
Ooh, it's all right. It's all right. Here, let me just tie that up good. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, some of this got a little bit of chicken juice.
Chicken juice?
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Here, reach behind me and just grab the what do you call it? Paper towel.
Yeah, I forgot we had those.
Yeah, I knew. It's great.
I was content to just stare at the mess at the table until it went away.
Good to know. There I go. Got it good and tied up. Now it's not going to flop all over the place. All right. And now I believe we are ready to put this into the oven. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Now this is how it's going to work. I'm going to put this into the oven, and then we are going to check it. Remember, our oven is at 475, right?
Yes.
All right, Scooch.
Ooh, it's so hot.
Oh, very hot, very hot, very hot.
Just like the rest of this episode.
Just like this has been a very hot episode with the chicken, with our bird that is all tied up now and slathered in oil.
It's stuffed and slathered.
Oh, that is way too high. That is way too high.
Oh,
the grill. The grill.
Temperature.
No, the grill.
Oh, okay.
Need to bring it down. There we go. Now there's room. All right. There we are. So, we put that in there. Take note of the time. We are 45 minutes in.
So yeah, they're not going to be singing.
You're not going to be singing the finished chicken for a while, alas.
But there is
later tonight we'll do the taste test. But that being said, we've got more things to go through. We are by no means finished.
Yes.
So this is how it's going to work. In another 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. In another 20 minutes.
What?
We are going to check on the chicken.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We check on the chicken.
Yes.
Because, depending on your oven and other factors, that skin of the chicken might start burning.
Oh no.
And you don't want that to happen. Which is why you check at the 20-minute mark. At the 20-minute mark, you check your chicken. If it looks like it might burn, then we will put some aluminum foil over the top of it to prevent that from happening. We will also be lowering the temperature down to 400 regardless of anything else. Right?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes.
So now that our chicken is in the oven, let's work on our sides. We've got two sides, right?
We do have two sides.
We do have two sides. So our first side is going to be a roasted asparagus. And for that, we are going to need some asparagus. And we are going to need some butter that, oh my goodness, that melted just from the auxiliary heat off of that. That's perfect.
Wow. Okay.
I was not expecting that to work out. I am pleased.
It's nice.
You're going to need 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I just put the butter in the pan and just kind of set it there. It was like, well, I'll melt it when we get there. But just from the heat from the pot of potatoes, this has how convenient. 2 tablespoons of melted butter. You're also going to need, remember that lemon that I put into the chicken? Yep. You're going to need the zest and the juice from that lemon. You see, that's why I had 2 lemons, 2 halves of a lemon.
Yeah.
Where the skin was over, the zest was already gone from the rind.
I know,
and
I was
already
there
cut it
for
in
the
half.
preparation.
And there was already like a little bit of a hollow in each because I had already removed some of the juice using the juicer. Because we've got a juicer.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I know. We're getting all we're so very, very, very professional. It's fun. It's nice to know what you're doing.
We're so professional that we do our dishes right on the thing, so you know that it's authentic.
It'd be true. It'd be true. Lemon zest. Also, salt and nutmeg. Salt and nutmeg. How much of each? That's the wrong episode. No, sorry, recipe. I don't know where I am.
That's
1 teaspoon of salt, coarse salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. All right. So let's go. Let's go. So we're not going to put this in just yet. First of all, we're going to prepare this, but we're going to put this into the oven in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because this gets cooked at 400 degrees. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This gets cooked at 400 degrees. The chicken is in there at 475. But in 20 minutes, we need to lower the temperature on the chicken to 400. Right?
Yeah.
Right. And then
You're so correct.
we add the asparagus to the oven once it is at 400. Right?
Correct, Foxy Bard.
I know what I'm doing.
I just don't know why you're asking me.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It makes me feel like I know what I'm like. It gives me confidence if someone else tells me that I'm right.
Okay. I just find it funny because I'm just back here like, is that correct? Yeah. Is this correct? Yeah. I don't know. I just said yes to everything.
I do like the old sink as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This is an old apartment. Everything in here is old.
Everything is old.
And some of the things that are old, I wish they weren't old. But the sink isn't one of them.
The sink is
I like having an old sink because old sinks will built to last. All right. So we've got our asparagus. I'm going to take the asparagus out of the pan that I'm using in just a moment. Because I'm going to take some of the melted butter. We're going to take some of the melted butter, mix it a bit, because this is not in fact butter, it is in fact vegetable margarine, which means it separates a little bit.
So we're going to want to strain those potatoes, which I'm going to do now. That's why I had to clear the sink.
Very good.
Whee!
So take some of the butter, put it into
So because these are
the
going to
pan.
be mashed.
We are going at 2 different directions, aren't we? It's great.
Yeah. I'm sure they can really keep track of everything.
I know
I'll
what we're
explain
doing.
that later. You finish your experiments.
So, all right, let's do this. Let's do that. One thing at a time.
Who's
Asparagus.
steal the show, don't you?
I'm not stealing the show. It's my show. All right.
Why
So
is
we
your
put
butt
half of
always
the.
in the way?
We're taking half of the butter in there. What?
Why is your butt always in the way?
Because it's a big butt. Don't shame me.
Can you open the window?
I will open the window if you stop shaming me.
Okay,
Here,
I'm sorry.
you move the asparagus around in the butter,
I'm going to say it
and
was
make
a
sure that the
bad-looking
asparagus
butt.
is nicely coated by the butter. My God, it did get hot in here.
Yeah, I know. That's why we desperately need that window open.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Whew. Whew. Hot air. All right.
All right, I think
Our asparagus well coated with the butter.
I believe so. Yes.
All right, very good. Now we will take the remaining butter, and we will add to this our tablespoon or so of lemon juice. How much of lemon zest? Just zest of 1 lemon, however much that is. However much zest you get out of a lemon. I'd measure it, but I don't feel disinclined. That is nutmeg.
No, it's not bad.
That is nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg into there.
That's interesting.
Nutmeg.
I gotta eat there.
And salt.
Boop.
Coarse salt. Mix it up. You know, grab me one of those spoons. That'll make this easier to do the mixing. Oh, thank you. Mix that up. And while I'm mixing this up, go ahead and pull out the new toy.
Ah,
Because we just got a new
so now I
toy.
get to do my potato thing.
Indeed.
So
Now-
this is our new toy, courtesy of Scooter and Lush.
Yes, indeed.
It is
This is a mixer. We have mixer now.
It is mixer. Now we are doing a pastry this week, so we don't need the dough hooks. But this was part of the reason that we decided to add mashed potatoes as a side, because these make very fluffy mashed potatoes.
Yes, they do. All right, so we got our sauce for our asparagus, which consists of lemon juice, lemon zest, nutmeg,
Nutmeg and
salt, and butter.
Butter.
Let's
Right.
pour that on top.
Or that
Kind of
sucker
drizzle
ends
it.
up. Drizzle it.
You try to
Drizzle it.
drizzle it.
Remember, presentation is key. Even
Sort
though you
of.
can't even really see it. Ooh. Ooh.
It's a gunky. It's a gunky sauce. It is very gunky.
It's very
You know what? Drizzling is a bad idea. Let's just mix it all together in there.
Yeah, just get it all in there. Also, see if you can like spread that out.
You know what? I'm also going to put just a tiny bit of water in here. A little bit of water never hurts. Just to get the rest of that juice. See what I mean?
Yes.
Let's get the rest of the gunk.
Yes.
Get all that gunk in there.
Get all that
Pour that in there. Very good.
Yeah,
and let's just mix that around. Spread it around.
Spread it around.
Spread all that gunk around.
Very
good. Spread the gunk.
Spread the gunk.
Spread the gunk.
Spread the gunk. Alright, and now those are nice and prepared, but they're not going quite into the oven.
They're not going to the oven yet, because they need to go into the oven when we turn the oven heat down, and that's going to be in another little more than 10 minutes.
Alright.
But in the meantime, let's work on the potatoes.
Alright, so we have strained the potatoes. You want to get them as soft as possible, because you're going to be mashing them.
Alright, we also need a bowl to put this in, don't we?
We do need a bowl.
Big bowl.
Well, I mean, theoretically, we can just put them back in the pot.
Good.
Alright, do you want to put them in that bowl instead?
We'll put them in the bowl instead.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, help me get them out. Yeah, wait,
You're a strong, independent woman.
I am, yes. Take that and wash it.
Taking that and washing it. Because I'm a strong and independent man.
Alright, so now you've got your boiling potatoes. Now, in order to get these to taste good, you need to be kind of unhealthy. And we're probably going to use an entire stick of butter in this.
Alright, let's get an entire stick of butter.
Is this the butter?
Is it? Yes, it is.
Butter?
And again, because we are eating chicken, we are not going to be using real butter, we are using fake butter.
This is also unsalted butter, but you can use salted, because you're going to want to put salt in these anyway. But if you do use salted butter, just be wary of that when you put the actual salt in it. Yeah. Meh. There we go.
We do not have a rubber spatula, but frankly, I don't like rubber spatulas.
I don't like rubber spatulas.
I prefer wood.
Or metal. Metal works too.
More about metal works.
Alright, just plop that sucker in there. And now we need a little bit of milk. We're going to be using oat milk. Wherever that is. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still good.
Good.
Use your heart?
Use your heart.
Using your heart.
You can use regular milk or whatever milk you want, but try to use one that's not sweetened, unless you want sweet potatoes, I guess.
By the way, we need to put these in here.
And now, before we do that, we're going to just get a regular-ass spoon and schwunk it a bit.
One of these is the right one, and one of these is the left one.
Do you know which one is which?
No, that only counts for the dough
that's
hooks.
only for the dough hooks.
That's the dough hooks. For these,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
So, mash it up just a little bit with this, just to get it going. You can theoretically just do it this way, but it won't be quite as fluffy and even that way. We're going to need a little bit more milk, actually. Ta-da.
All right, that one's. Am I doing this right? I thought this would be more intuitive. I thought you'd put them in and they just click in, right?
I thought
This
that's
is the
how
button
they
that
work,
releases
too.
them.
Oh no!
Why am I having issues?
Oh no! It would be a diagram. You got it? Oh no! Well, you got that one in, right?
No.
You didn't get that one in. Oh boy. Can I see? Wow. Alright, are they in?
No.
They're not in. Okay.
This is our first time using this thing. We're doing great.
Ah, okay, that's the thing. Maybe they go in like this?
That's the way I put them in.
Maybe they go in like
No, they do not go in like that.
Okay.
That is absolutely wrong.
Well, I'm stumped.
All right. There's a button on the top that is meant for releasing them. If I push it.
You know where the box went for this?
What?
Did you throw out the box with the directions already?
No.
Okay.
I still have the directions. No, I was wrong. All right, hold on.
Oh.
Actually, no, I'm realizing something.
What?
I'm pretty sure that these are actually just, it's magnetic. It's supposed to come out if you pull it.
Okay. Well,
There, now they're in.
We're very stupid people. All right. Well, now I need to have it plugged in.
All right, let's plug this in.
Okay.
Gonna have to pull this back a bit. This thing.
I know. I'm gonna push it. Well, since you're over there, do you want to do the honors?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Just
because I'm gonna be over in this corner.
Here, well, remove the spoon first.
Oh, there must be a better way than this.
Also, let's put some salt in there before I forget.
Hey, it works. And they're not flying out.
Yay!
All right, so what is in here, by the way? You put butter, milk, and what?
Salt.
Salt. And that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it.
All right, I'm actually just going to go over here into the corner.
Might put more salt on it.
There we go. I'm going to use it like this. You know what I'm realizing, by the way?
What are you realizing?
I'm going to need to modify our preparation table here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to put a. I'm gonna have to put a. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put some plugs on there, or some outlets rather. Attach a cord to it.
Well, keep going.
Sorry. What?
You know, I think it might need more butter, possibly more milk. It definitely needs more milk, actually.
Definitely needs more milk?
Yes. Let's stop for a sec. Okay.
Good. All right, very good. This, by the way, is a lot easier.
I know, yeah. Ah!
It's also getting onto you a bit, but that's all right. I don't mind.
I think it also might need a little bit more butter. Ah!
Do you want more butter? How much more butter?
Give it a taste.
You give it a taste. You know what you're doing.
All right, well.
Yeah. More
I
butter?
only have a stick.
Half a stick. I would say this machine does make it a lot easier than using the hand pusher masher wrench mat thing.
Yeah.
I am liking technology.
And we're going to want a little bit more salt in that.
Do you want to use the coarse salt?
Won't that make the moisture be a thing though?
Maybe.
And the regular salt works.
Regular salt?
Yeah.
Regular salt it is.
Yay!
Make sure that butter is fully incorporated.
Now, you can also put, like, whatever kind of herb mixture if you want. Leave it there.
Do you want to put some herbs in here?
Well, we'll be using dried ones, but we can put a little bit of something.
You know what? Let's put some chives in it.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea.
Some chives in it. Where are the chives? Where are the chives?
No.
We have chives.
We do have chives.
We do have chives. Let's put some chives in it. Think that's enough chives?
No.
Some more chives.
More chives.
More chives. Some more chives in it.
More chives.
More chives in it. I want to set it to the little device.
There, that ought to be enough, I think.
I believe so. That should be enough. That should be enough chives in it. Very good. Let's go ahead and turn that off.
Oh, actually, and a little bit of garlic powder.
Help! Oh, there we go.
Just a little bit of garlic powder.
Garlic powder. All right. We're using our heart a lot today, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Usually on the show, we come out here like, we use this amount and this many teaspoons and this many grams and this many whatever. Today we're just like, I don't know, just throw it in there. However much you want to put
this
in.
This recipe's not even in the...
This is not in the book. We're using our heart, solely our heart for this.
Yes, indeed. And now I think it's done.
I think it is done. That is a lovely texture.
Give it a taste. You can lick the thingies.
I can lick the thingies.
Lick the beauties.
That is one of the beauties of using the mixer, is that you can lick the thingies, because there's just something about licking the thingies. So let's try twig potatoes. Are you ready to try twig potatoes?
Twig potatoes. How do they taste?
They taste fantastic.
They do.
Indeed.
They taste good. Nom, nom, nom.
The garlic powder and the chives really help to make it a bit more interesting. Oh, because I'm determined to make this episode as uncomfortable as possible. I hope you're all right with that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right with that?
Well, would it matter if I wasn't?
It would. It would. You are my partner in this.
Aww.
I would at least take certain things into consideration. It'd be true. And I believe I missed a few of the comments, so I'm going to quickly scroll that back just to see where we are there. Oh yeah, definitely using a surge protector. Did I read the instructions? Ha! Ha! Why would I read the instructions when I can just sort of guess and make it up? Now, where did my beer go? You know, I just realized that beer that you've been drinking from.
Is that your beer?
I think that was my beer.
Oh, that was your beer.
That's all right. Here, where did these go?
They go in the fridge.
They go in the fridge. Of course they do. That makes sense. Good, gentles all. We are just about ready to check on our chicken, which we shall do so in a couple of minutes, whilst I grab a second thing of beer. And also finish my first thing of beer. But I know I'm going to want that second one, because I'm going to do this in one go. Second beer we go. Whoa! Where did my popper topper go?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know.
Ah! I don't know what to do.
He's beside himself.
I am beside you.
I don't know.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
It wound up in the sink somehow. So I believe it is about time to check up on our chicken.
I believe it is.
Because now that it has been there for about 20 minutes, set that over there. Open this up. And we're going to pull this out of here. Just to look at it and contemplate it for a bit.
Is the skin on fire?
Nope.
That is good.
Nope, it's not on
We're
fire.
off to a good start.
However, I am noticing a little bit of browning here and there. What do you think?
Yeah.
A little bit of browning is nice, but it's going to be in there for a bit longer. It's going to be in there for at least another 45 minutes. And I have a feeling that if it's in there for the full 45 minutes, that little bit of browning is going to turn into a blackening. And it wouldn't hurt for it to be a little bit more brown and a little bit more crispy, but not a lot more brown and a lot more crispy. So we are going to take some foil and just make a little bit of closure. I'm going to try to give it a little bit of room. I'm going to try to give it a little bit of air breathing room on top. Fold that like there. Fold that like that. Derp, 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 derp. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot. It is hard, by the way, to mold aluminum foil around a hot, hot glass pot. But I am managing. All right, I'm going to turn this down to 400 degrees. Very good. And then we open up our oven. Put the chicken back in. Put that to one side. And then we take our asparagus. That we prepared earlier. We put that right next to there.
How that was done.
Oh.
I'm gonna need a band-aid.
Oh dear.
I'll be right back.
Do you know where they are?
I'm gonna need a paper towel. And no, I don't. It was inevitable that would happen someday.
Did you cut yourself on the thingy?
I cut myself on the food processor.
Oh, I am sorry.
Oh, you're there.
Yeah, good. We left him right outside the kitchen. I wonder why. Somewhere along the side, Somewhere along the way, we decided that right outside the kitchen was the best place. What are we looking at? Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's just bleeding fast.
That's not too bad. I've cut myself deeper than that.
So have I, but it's still going to be...
But you know what they say about it?
These are tiny band-aids.
First cut is the deepest. Oh, they're tiny band-aids because I used up all the big ones. Sorry.
It's okay. You clumsy, clumsy bard.
Indeed. I am a clumsy, clumsy bard.
Okay, I might need 2 band-aids. I'll be right back.
You will need 2. You will need 2. That is nothing might. You absolutely will need 2. Because those band-aids do not stick to wet skin very well at all. Yep. So you're going to have to get enough band-aid to wrap around the whole finger and get the band-aid to stick to itself.
Hey, at least the thingy's clean now, right?
Yes. Yes, it is. I hope you're happy with our clean... What was it? The food processor.
Food processor.
Clean food processor. We do not have a meat thermometer. It'd be nice if we had one.
Oh, yeah.
It would make things a bit more scientific.
I've seen them at the grocery store, too, and I'm like,
and we can't.
No.
But we don't. So basically, you're going to have to kind of guesstimate a little bit, because ultimately, if you have a meat thermometer, the way that you know that it's done is you stick it in there, and what is it, 190 degrees? I forget what it is, what it's got to be. Yeah, I got potatoes on this thing now.
Stop putting it down in the wet.
I'm putting it down in the wet. That's why the hardcover version is so expensive.
Probably.
Now you know.
Now you know.
So, let me double check that number. Because it does say it in here somewhere. There we are. 160. Sorry about that. So, yeah. I thought it was 190. But you know what? That's all right. Better to overcook it than to undercook it, because if you overcook it, then it tastes bad. If you undercook it, you die. And, well, you don't die, but you do end up with explosive diarrhea. Hold that for a moment while I wipe off the work surface just a wee bit. So, yeah, if you're using a thermometer, stick the thermometer into the thickest part of the bird in another 45 minutes or so. And if it comes up 160 degrees, then you're done. Otherwise, you're going to have to kind of guess a little bit. And ultimately, your ultimate test will be to just take a knife and cut it into one of the thickest parts. And if it's pink, then it needs more time.
So
the problem with that is it ruins, like, the good thing about a meat thermometer is it just leaves a tiny, tiny little hole.
Yeah.
If you go in with a knife to check, then you got a big gash in your thing and it ruins the presentation.
Which we're going to have to do.
That is how we are going to have to do it.
Yep.
Because we do not have a...
We didn't get a meat thermometer because we're not smart people.
Because we're not smart. How long has that asparagus been in there? Not quite 5 minutes yet.
Not quite 5 minutes.
Not quite 5 minutes. Because that's what's been there. Once the asparagus has been in there for 5 minutes, turkey is going to check in. It's going to... The chicken must remain in the oven for another 45 minutes. But the asparagus, we are going to have to do something in another 2 minutes or so. More or less.
You know, why don't we put a lid on those potatoes so that they don't lose heat?
That is a very...
We should have done that initially.
Very
but we didn't.
Good idea. That is a very good idea indeed. Because the potatoes are going to have to wait.
Those are done.
The potatoes are done. Put a lid on them. There we are.
Very good.
Very good.
In fact, get one of those bowls and a lid.
Or what?
Get one of the Pyrex bowls and a lid.
For what?
For these.
For these? Oh, for those.
Because we're not going to use them.
Actually, you know what? Let's do something else.
What do you want to do with them?
Well, first of all...
this is too much food to make for one night, so I think that we should put them away.
You want to put them away?
I want to put them away.
You want to put them away?
Yes.
You know, we'll roast them in the drippings later.
Yes.
Right, that's how
we can add them to the broth recipe that it has.
We can. We absolutely can, because good chances are, in this, our Hobbit cookbook, immediately after the Sunday roast chicken, go and toss those in there, there is another recipe for a chicken broth, because of course you're expected to have leftovers from...
You probably will.
Indeed. Luscious mentions, by the way, that you don't necessarily have to put a whole big gash with a knife. That's just my mother's way of doing it, because she's OCD. Apparently, you could just take a wooden skewer and stick it in there, and if it comes out pink, then it needs to stay in for longer.
Do we have a wooden skewer?
We got chopsticks.
Yeah, I guess that works.
I could sharpen one of those. In fact, pass you one of those chopsticks right now.
Let's do that after the show.
You want to do that after the show? You mean these people don't want to see me sitting there whittling?
Oh, I see. You're out of things to do.
No, I'm going to check the asparagus, actually. I'm going to check the asparagus, because it's been enough time. Scooch?
Do we want to whittle on the cooking show?
Do we want to whittle on a what?
The cooking show.
Don't see why not. This can become a craft show as well. I do not see any reason why I can't sit here there and carve a spoon out of a tree trunk. It's going to be a very large spoon. All right, bring this up. Over here.
What do you need to do it?
Scooch it around a little bit.
Just like flip it and
Just kind of flip it and shit.
Flip it and shit.
There we go.
Flip it and shit.
We also might want to consider adding more butter. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, add more butter.
Let's add more butter. We got tons. Go get more butter.
Okay.
Pull out a butter knife from behind you. Oh, that is smelling rather nice. I am liking the lemony zesty smell on the asparagus, because I do enjoy asparagus, and I don't think I've ever really tried it with fresh lemon before. So let's go ahead and cut a few slices in there.
There you go.
Have you ever had problems with your butter? The underslicer, the overslicer.
The thunder slicer.
What a mess! With all the rest! Isn't it time to get this hair off your chest? Well, now you can with the Butter Slicer Butterific Butter Slice Butter Pan
There you go.
thing. Here we go. All right, put that in there. Put that here. Rinse off hands. And let's go ahead and mix that a little bit more. Get the thingy. Go ahead and grab the spatula dealy. And just kind of move them around. Move them around in there. Get the butter all in there. Just mix it all good. Let's get it all the way underneath. All the way, yeah. There we go. Just get that butter all the way in there. Because that glass is pretty warm and will help melt that butter nicely. Very good. There we are. Chop that up a bit. Ooh, hot. Are you tired of doing things the stupid way? Do it the Foxy Bard way. It's just like the stupid way, only funnier to watch. All right, let's put that in there. Holler, party, hardy, gloves is the word.
You are having so much trouble with your words.
I am having issues with words, yes, indeed, it be true. All right, put that back in there for another 5 minutes, and then we check on it again.
How many times do we have to check on it?
Just one more time. We just do it for another 5 minutes. Basically, the purpose of that is to make sure there's enough butter in there. Put in some more butter. We check it in another 5 minutes.
And then we clink.
And then we clink. And then we leave it in for another 10 minutes or so. And then the asparagus will be done. And the chicken will still have time on it.
Well, I think we might want to call the show after we check it next time. Just so we can present them both at the same time.
I think that is a good idea. But I'm actually kind of fine with calling the show right now.
Okay, that works.
Because basically we're just going to check it one more time to make sure it doesn't burn. And then it's another 10 minutes in there.
It's not very much.
And we don't really have anything else to do
we don't.
for the next 10 minutes. Aside from make, of course, the final announcements. So, final announcements. Good chance to talk. Tomorrow night at, 7:30 is when gates open?
Oh, the
Shakespeare. Yes.
Oh, I didn't process that was so close.
Yeah, I know. It's tomorrow night.
I didn't know it was,
Tomorrow night,
okay.
we are going to be doing a thing with Master William Shakespeare. There's a link in the down there for where you can purchase tickets, which are $5 unless you are a patron. If you are a patron, then at some point late tonight or very, very early tomorrow morning, which is to say sometime around midnight, I will be posting a thing on the Patreon page where if you're a patron, you can go there and you'll see the thing and there'll be a link. And that is how you will go to the thing, through that link. You don't have to pay a thing because you're already patrons.
If you're not, then you'll
get
$5.
$5.
That's it.
And it's going to be an hour and a half long show with us and Master William Shakespeare.
And I finished my beer.
And you finished your beer. Are you ready for a second beer?
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull out your second beer. So yeah, join us tomorrow night, starting at 7:30. The concert itself starts at 8, although Shenanigans begin at 7:30. We still need to put together the set list for that.
Indeed we do.
Or we can just not do a set list like usual and just make it up as we go along. That is our modus operandi.
It is.
Since when are we going to prepare for anything aside from the cooking show? This is the most pre-prepared I've ever been for anything. So when it comes to the cooking show, it's great.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
Right.
Other than
So,
that, Saturday.
Saturday at
is-
9 o'clock is Foxy's Drinking
Are
Hour.
we doing a show 4 nights in a row?
4 days in a row we are doing shows. It's great. I'm feeling up for
Crazy
it.
people. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm feeling up for it. All right. Saturday night, Foxy's Drinking Hour at 9 o'clock. Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock is Foxy's Hangover Hour. And very soon we will be putting another poll up on the Patreon page where patrons can vote on what our next cookbook is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be a historical cookbook? Is it going to be a fantasy cookbook?
Is it going to be random?
Is it going to be something else? I don't know. What other things do we do?
Healthy cooking.
What?
There's that cookbook.
Oh, those came from a dead woman's house. I'm not going to cook that way.
No, you're
That
not dead.
No, is that where it came from?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought that you stole it from that dead lady's house.
No.
No, my mother gave that to us. That explains why I don't use them. That's a mean thing to say.
No, we don't use them because they're healthy.
I know. That's the real reason.
We like to use 4 pounds of butter in our food.
Obviously. Is there any other way to cook? All right. I hope you enjoyed this show. If you have, feel free to click the like button and subscribe for more content. It is the way that the YouTube algorithm decides whether or not I'm popular.
If you really, really like the show, you can become a patron. And if you do that, then you can see backlogs of this episode.
Indeed.
You can do travel logs that are going to come out.
Indeed.
And you can come to our concert tomorrow night for free.
Yes, indead. And the travel logs. This is actually happening. It's finally happening.
Yes,
Remember, I've been promising for 2 months that I'm going to post a video about a ruin upstate. I'm finally doing it. I'm just doing the editing part. And the special effects are hard.
Indeed. But he's doing it.
And they're the simplest ones, too. I'm not very good at the editing part. I'm getting there. It's just slow. And it's going to be like 30 minutes long, too. Like, this is a 30-minute long epic, and it's only episode 1.
Yes.
I have bit off way more than I can chew.
It's going to be great, though.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. And if you're a patron, you can go see it. It'll be up on the Patreon at some point, probably in the next week or so. And come see any of the 4 shows that we're doing in the next...
Well, 3. Today's number 1.
Today's number 1. So come see any of the 3 shows that we're doing in the next couple of days.
All right.
Here on the YouTube channel, or on, I think it was on Facebook Live.
Shakespeare. It's a Zoom.
It's a Zoom. It's a Zoom.
Yes, it's part of why you need to buy tickets.
Oh.
So that way there can be a bit of a limit to how many people, because otherwise internet speeds and something and things, and I don't know. We'll talk to Shakespeare about it tomorrow morning.
Either way, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe for more content.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. Click the thing. And then click the other thing.